Welcome back to Scotiabank Pond in Toronto, Canada for the Prospects by Sports Illustrated AA All-Star Challenge. Mike Formisano here, calling today's game. Thank you so very much for joining us. Team USA Teal, on credit of a goal by Dylan Simone, has a 1-0 lead entering the second period. Teams switch sides now. Teal going right to left. Team Canada going left to right. Formisano trying to play the puck. Goes over to Lo Priori right on the blue line. He has to wait for Formisano to cross back over. Now it goes over to number 17 for Team Canada. Coming in the shot. Save! Borgel. And Bernstein plays it behind. And now the puck comes back to the point to Pineda. Pineda with it. Cross. The shot goes wide and along the near boards. And that was Lo Priori. No, it's Bernstein with the big hit. And Noah will send it all the way down the ice. It will be an icing as it crosses the goal line. 15-minute periods here now in the second and third period. The Americans 29 and a half minutes away from a berth into tomorrow's semifinals. Long way to go. Face-off to the right of Luke Borgo. If Team Canada Red wins, they will advance probably in third place because Canada Black and Canada Purple are playing right now. They lost to Canada Black earlier today by a count of 4-2. If Team Purple would have won, they have the tie in the extra point. I think that would get them through. Now in front, the shot! Save! Borgoli robs Cormac Riley as it's underneath his pad. Wow, what a save by Borgoli. And I'll tell you, he got it on the back end of that pad as it was totally underneath. And you can see the black behind him. So he got just enough of it. Face off to the left of Borgel. Here is Riley in. Riley with the shot. Save! Borgel! And it pops up in the air behind the net. He has been a brick wall for Team USA so far. Now the shot, stick save by Borgel. It goes in the corner. Aiden Hawksworth. It goes back to Hardy. Here's Hardy with it. Hardy gives it off to number 86 of that Champagne. And now Team USA steals it. Here is Bernstein with the pass to Goldstein. And Fontaine out there as well. No, that's Simone. My apologies. Fontaine in the corner. Now back to Hawksworth who holds it at the line. Aiden Hawksworth, the shot. Saved by Jagger McCoy, and he holds on. 13:43 to go, second period. Team USA 1, Team Canada no score. The faceoff will be to the left of Jagger McCoy. Lo Priori will take it for Team USA. It's LJ Russo and trying to look over there. It's number 91, Robert Wimmer, who has 3 goals in this tournament for Team USA. Team Canada gets it outside the zone. The pass comes out to number 14, Parsons, 44, I should say. Outside the zone now is Gadway. Lo Priori. Gadway steals it. He's got Hawksworth on him. Gadway still with the puck. Gadway with the shot. Saved by Borgo. And he holds on. Another big glove save by Luke Borgo. Team Canada applying intense pressure, but Borgel has been saving the Americans' bacon since this game has started. Into the corner now. Here's Dion. Sends it in. Jacob Fritz in the far corner, being ridden into the boards by Gadway. Gadway plays the puck. Gadway with it now. Fritz on him. Behind the net. Gadway looking to pass it out. In front, the shot safe. It's loose in front. The Canadians try to put it home, and Fritz clears it just in the nick of time. And now off of Wimmer's skates. And now the Canadians with a break. Fan on the shot. That was number 8, Quada. Now Kwong with it. Kwong over to Gadway. Gadway with the shot. Cracker glove save by Luke Borgel. And here's Wimmer. Wimmer sends it forward. And he's ridden off the puck and picked up by number 11, Jackson Kwong. So now you have Jacob Fritz with the pass to Lo Priori. Stolen away by Bellotta. And we'll take half a breath. Bellotta skating around to the far boards. Intercepted by Castellano. He backhands it out. 1-0. Team USA over Team Canada. Wimmer tried to go ahead and make the intercept there. Lo Priori on the Canadian forward. Now over to Castellano. Castellano backhands it to Lo Priori. Lo Priori sends it down the ice. Coach Charlie Spetz for Team USA as there's an icing there because Charlie Spetz has to go ahead and juggle these lines a bit because Connor Dunn is out of the lineup due to an undisclosed injury that he suffered at the end of Game 3. So instead of 9 forwards, he has to work with 8. That's why you've seen some players on different lines and so forth. So right now, for example, it's Noah Bernstein and Michael Formisano from the Kings, along with Logan Dixon out there and Luca Catapano, also from the Kings, all four of them, as well as Maxwell Goldstein, I believe. Shot in front, saved by Borgel. He robs number 17, Braden Hummerston. Now Catapano around the Zamboni doors, and he takes a hit as the Canadians let those hits up high with both hands right near the neck area. Now another one from Team America that time. And Catapano trying to play it out. He'll force it outside the zone finally. And it goes towards Formisano, but out of his reach, and Hummerston has it. Now Pineda stole it away by Bernstein. Bernstein coming in, the shot deflected off of the plate stick and over the glass and into the netting, out of play. Face-off deep inside the Canadian zone. 11:24 to go in this second period. 1-0 Team USA over Team Canada. The face-off will be to the right of number 74, Jagger McCoy. Bernstein will take the draw. Got Goldstein and Formisano out there. Dixon and Catapano on the points. Cleared outside the zone by Team Canada, but Team America has it there. Catapano sends it back in. Goldstein after it. He got Hars with it for Canada. Goldstein on him. Maxwell Goldstein, the lone representative from the PAL Blue Knights, the Police Athletic League Blue Knights out of Hauppauge, New York. Formisano there. Now the puck comes over to number 4, Keegan Grant. Over to Riley. Riley at the red line, being chased down by Goldstein. Here's Riley inside the American zone. Riley with the shot off the crossbar. First puck to beat Borgel all game, and he rings iron. Here's Catapano. Catapano takes it behind. Now over to Bernstein. Catapano goes down. He's not getting up. On all fours, the puck is now over to Champagne. Champagne. The referee's letting it play as it continues on. And now a penalty, and that's a trip they'll call. So Grant loses the puck to Bernstein as Bernstein touches up. We have a tripping call against the Americans, and that will send Team Canada to a power play. I just don't understand with the tripping, and that was an obvious one, but there was a more obvious one in the first period that wasn't called, and that's happened in 3 of the 4 games already. So anyway, Catapano is back on his feet, and that's good to see. The penalty goes to Maxwell Goldstein, and so now a 2-minute power play for Team Canada Red as the face-off is to the right of Luke Borgel. Face-off won by Team Canada is behind the American net. Simone and Cooper in there. Puck comes back out to the point to Bellotta. Now over to Dion. Dion has it. Sends it in. Tip and score. Jackson Kwong from the Scarborough Young Bruins has tied the game at 1. 10:09 to go. It took 15 seconds on the power play for Team Canada to tie this game at 1. Kwong with the goal. Celebrations by the Canadian crowd, and we are deadlocked 1 apiece. So now Fontaine will take the draw against number 17, Braden Hummerston. Fontaine wins it, and it goes over to Castellano. Power play goal for Team Canada has tied this game at 1. Simone, the goal scorer for Team America. Now it comes back in to Kwong. Kwong with the shot and scores. Jackson Kwong back to back. With 9:54 remaining in the second period, Kwong's 2 goals have given Team Canada a 2-1 lead. The goal comes with 9:54 remaining in the second period. Team Canada 2, Team USA 1. So he knew that this team had offensive explosion power, and they have just exhibited it. And now for Team America, they have to settle down, brush this off, and get back to playing their game. And now a shove by number 8, Bellotta. No call, we play on. Bellotta coming in, the shot on goal. Off the blocker glove of Luke Borgel. And now Russo with the hit. And it's getting physical between both these teams as we see another big hit. And now Noah Bernstein crunched along the board. We got a penalty against Team Canada. And it comes outside the zone. They got the hit up on Bernstein. And so the penalty going to go to number 22, Luke Gadway from the Calgary North Stars. So now Team America will get the opportunity on the power play to tie the game, as the Canadians did about a minute and a half ago. 2 goals by Team Canada, and it's 2-1. And now, number 22, Gadway, is actually off the ice, so I'm wondering if it's a match penalty. If it is, they lose the services of Luca Gadway for the rest of the game. It's showing on the board as just a 2-minute minor, but Gadway being sent off the ice, and Parsons, number 44, will serve the penalty for Gadway. It must have been head contact. That's the only thing I can think of that would have ejected him from the game. So, power play for the Americans, and it's only a minor. I'm surprised on that. So, here's Borgo. Borgo will play it behind his own net, and Castellano picks it up. 2-1 Canada leads over Team USA. The Americans on a power play. Here is Russo. Russo over the blue line, drops it off for Bernstein. It comes outside the zone, and the Americans have to settle down again and get back to their game. And now we're going to have a penalty against number 43 for Team Canada, Sutton Hodgetts. We'll wait for the official call. As Bernstein tried to play that puck. Now it's going to go over to number 17, so the penalty goes to Braden Hummerston. And we got a player down for Team America, and I think that's where they call it the penalty. We'll see who that is. It looks to be LJ Russo. We're going to take an injury timeout, and we'll be back with you here at the Scotiabank Pond right after this. Welcome back to Scotiabank Pond, and we see LJ Russo back on his feet. And I'll tell you, listen, we've talked about this numerous times over the years. If the referees don't control the game early, it gets out of control. And that's what happened. There were so many hits early on that were not being called, and now it's gotten to the point where the hits get more and more aggressive, and that's what happened. And so now you see Russo down on the ice, he's injured. You saw another collision with Bernstein in the corner. The game can't be played like that. I know there's checking allowed at the 09 and 10 level, but you've got to learn how to check properly. Here's Castellano, 5-on-3 for the Americans for a minute 26. Here's Wimmer. The shot on goal goes wide. Now Simone has it. Simone with Castellano, Formisano, and Fritz and Wimmer out there. Wimmer with the slapper, and it goes wide. Now Simone again. 5-on-3 for another minute 12. Here, Wimmer passed across the Formisano, tried to tip it home. It goes wide right, and the Canadians pick up the puck and sent all the way down the ice. It'll be on goal, and Luke Borgel has to play it. Borgel to Fritz. Fritz has it on the face-off circle. Here's Jacob Fritz over the blue line, now over the red. Fritz, the pass to Wimmer. Now the pass over to Fontaine. Jack Fontaine with it. Fontaine with the shot into the ankle of Robert Wimmer, and the Canadians are able to clear. 40 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Here's Castellano on a change. He gets the pass up. It's over to Simone. Now Wimmer. Wimmer coming in. Wimmer, he was tied up on the shot. Couldn't get a clean one off. And now a hit. Number 37, Reed Hardy will play it. Intercepted. Here comes Wimmer. Wimmer with the pass. The shot. He scores! He scores! Jack Fontaine ties the game at 2. A 5-on-3 power play goal by Jack Fontaine. And we are deadlocked here in Scotiabank Pond, 2-2. And so it's 7:46 remaining, halfway through. The Americans still with 51 seconds on a power play as they have tied the game at 2. Bernstein and Champagne at the face-off circle. Canada Red may go through on a tie. Team America needs a win. Here is Catapano playing along the boards. Bernstein with it now. Bernstein with Catapano. Bernstein on the red. Now coming over the blue. Bernstein, the pass across to Goldstein. Now to Bernstein again along the boards. It's 5-on-4 now, and a crunching blow by the Canadians. And again, I'm not sure. I know USA Hockey rules. I know Atlantic Hockey Federation rules. And I know when you go ahead and check, you keep your arms down. And the Canadian hits on these American players with the arms up the entire 4 games. Goldstein now goes over to Bernstein. Bernstein along the near boards. And again, Bernstein with a hit in the back by Champagne and no call. Now it comes back out to Bernstein at the point. Bernstein sidesteps one player. Noah Bernstein. The shot is deflected over to Formisano. Formisano with the shot saved by McCoy. And the Canadians pick it up as the penalty expires. And now Goldstein takes a hit on a Canadian player. And now here is number 4, Keegan Grant coming in. Grant Grant, the shot over the crossbar as number 9, Logan Dixon, without a stick. He gets Bernstein's. Here's Dion. The shot. Saved by Borgo, and he'll hold on. 6:24 to go, second period. Deadlocked at 2 between Team USA and Team Canada. We are live here at Scotiabank Pond in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The face-off will be to the left of Luke Borgo. This is game number 4, the final game of the preliminary round between Team USA Teal and Team Canada Red. Puck goes back to Riley. Now Pineda. The shot goes wide of Borgo to the glove side. Now Grant. Well, catching the left side. Here's Lopriori behind the net. Sends it over to LJ Russo. Russo with it now. Russo off the equipment of Grant. Now Riley. Riley in the high slot. And Wimmer's got a break. Robert Wimmer coming in. He's got Pineda. He slows up. Wimmer with the shot goes wide. He had to slow up, and Pineda was right with him. Now Hawksworth in front. It's in the high slot. Picked up by Cormac Riley. Riley across the red line. Riley across the blue. Coming in. Can't set up the shot. Pulls it back. Russo on him. Riley now goes into the corner. You got Champagne. It comes back to Pineda. Across the ice to the plate. And it goes outside the zone. And the plate has to pick it back up. Sent back into the American zone. And there's Hawksworth. Aiden Hawksworth, number 8 with it. Stolen away by Champagne. Champagne coming in. Champagne with a shot. Save! Borgo is loose. And he covers just before number 43, Sutton Hodges, can pounce on it. 5:20 remaining in the second period. Team Canada 2. Team USA 2. The face-off will be to the left of Borgo. It'll be Fontaine taking the draw against Hodges. Here's the face-off. It's won by Fontaine. It goes over to outside the zone, and Hardy will play it right in front of the Canada bench. Now it comes back in, and Fritz will chase it down. Jacob Fritz with it in the corner. Hodges lining up a check. He missed. And now there's number 17 for Team Canada. Play it off the puck. There's Hodges. And now Bernstein with the pass down the ice. And there's Bernstein. Bernstein, Fontaine with him. There was Dylan Simone. I keep getting the 0 and 3 mixed up there. You can tell Bernstein, he's got his jersey tucked into his pants. He's got a red shell. So there is Spears, number 16, Grayson Spears. Hops around Bernstein. Now Hodges. Hodges coming in. Hodges on the back end. The shot saved. And hits the side of the net off of Borgo's glove. Here's Castellano. Joseph Castellano, number 18, coming in. Castellano with a burst of speed. And the puck's knocked off his stick by number 37, Reed Hardy. Fontaine in the corner trying to play it. Here's Bernstein with it. Bernstein gets shoved in the back. No call again, and I can't believe it. Here is Hodges. Hodges coming in, Castellano on him. How those calls don't get made is beyond me. A two-handed shove in the back. Now it's in the far corner. Spears over to number 17, Hummerston. And now a break for the Americans. Here's Fritz with Formisano and Bernstein. Played out by number 9. That is Thomas Dean. And now break for Canada as Dion comes in. Fontaine ties him up. Good defensive play by Fontaine. And he sidesteps the defender and clears his own. Kwong with it now at the red line. Now back to number 8, Delano Bellata. Over to Parsons now to Kwong. Kwong comes in the shot. Wide right as he has both of Canada's goals in this game. Now Dion with it. Hit by Castellano in the corner. Stolen away by Dylan Simone. And Simone outside the zone to pass over to Goldstein. Canada steals it away. It's right in front of the American bench. 3:04 to go, second period. We are tied at 2. Here's Formisano with it. Formisano, the pass to Russo. Russo coming in. Fires! He scores! He scores! LJ Russo off the glove of Jagger McCoy. And Team America goes up 3-2. The pass from Formisano to Russo. Russo fires. It deflected off the glove of McCoy. And Team USA takes a 3-2 lead. 2:53 to go in the second period. USA 3, Canada 2. So now the face-off will be taken by Russo. Russo Formisano assisting at the 2:53 remaining mark in the second period. There's Dixon who gets an elbow to the face. Russo picks up the puck. Russo, it's gloved down by Riley. Cormac Riley. Formisano trying to play it. Riley holds on to it. Riley. The shot goes wide and above the crossbar. Comes back out to Pineda. Pineda sidesteps Formisano. He stays with him, however, and it's off the ankle of Dixon. Now here's Riley. And Catapata plays him off the puck. Now there's Pineda. Pineda coming in off the skate of Riley. Riley fires wide left. And it's played by Deplete. Deplete holds it at the line. Goldstein in there. Goldstein trying to poke it forward past the blue line. Can't do so. Gets crunched by a pair of Canadian forwards. Now the shot. Deflected off Dixon, who sacrifices his body. And it hits off of Borgel's helmet. May have gotten a piece of the crossbar as well. Russo with the pass to Formisano. And Formisano's tip clears the zone. Here's Grant. Pass over to Deplete. Canadians coming in. There is Grant. The shot saved. Borgo is loose. And he clears it out of the way. And Russo picks it up and sends it all the way down the ice. And Team America will take the icing as it'll come back into their zone. 1 minute, 43 seconds to go in the second period. Team USA leads by a goal, 3-2, as the face-off will be deep inside the American zone. To the left of Luke Borgel, who has played outstanding in net today for Team USA. Just a blip in the middle of the second period. 2 straight goals by Jackson Kwong, and that's it. For the Americans, LJ Russo putting Team America up by a goal just minutes ago. Here is Lopriori with the pass to Wimmer coming in. It's going to roll over to McCoy, and he will make the save before Wimmer can jump on it. And a hit afterwards by Parsons on Wimmer, and the referee talking to him, giving him a warning. They're going to have a face-off, but again, the physicality is getting out of control. And that's just one man's opinion, but I'll tell you what, you look at the tape and you decide for yourself. Minute 28 to go. Second period. 3-2 Team USA. Face off to the right of McCoy. Here is number 37, Reed Hardy. He'll clear it around. Held at the point. The shot by Cooper. Saved by McCoy. Stick save, and it goes over to Parsons. All the way down the ice. It'll be on net. Borger will stop it and give it off to Cooper. Here's Cooper with the pass to Wimmer. Deflected off his stick. Now Wimmer to Lopriori to clear the zone. The Canadians steal it away. And now Wimmer will pass it back to Hawksworth. You got Parsons in there. And now number 11 for Team Canada, Kwong. Kwong with the 2 goals so far. It's now behind the American net. The Canadians have it. Hawksworth all over Parsons. It goes back into the near corner. Here's Kwong. Jackson Kwong. It's off a Lopriori's skate. Now in front. The shot by Parsons. Save Borgo. And he holds on. 42.9 ticks left in the second period. Team USA clinging to a 3-2 lead as it stands right now. If the result were not to change, Team USA would go on to the semifinals tomorrow in third place. And Team Canada Red would most likely be out. They may make it depending on the point situation in the other games. But Team USA definitely needs a win in order to advance. A tie, I don't think is going to get it done. It may. A loss will not. A loss and they'll be going home. It goes out of play into the Canadian bench. 26.5 seconds remaining. Faceoff will be outside of the American zone. It'll be Hodges against Fontaine on the draw. It's won by the Americans, and it goes over to Castellano. Here's Castellano, tipped away by Hodges. Goldstein on him. Castellano there as well. Now Fontaine and Simone. Puck clears the zone, and the pass goes over to Goldstein. Goldstein with 13 seconds, trying to work his way in, and he's ridden off the puck by the Canadian defense. And here comes Dion. Dion trying to leave his way, and a good play by Fritz. Now over to number 17, the shot. And the buzzer sounds, ending the second period. Do not go anywhere. We will be back for third period action between Team USA and Canada. The Americans leading the Canadians 3-2 with 1 15-minute period to go. We will be back to Scotiabank Pond in Toronto right after this.